Marriage is someone to believe in and to put their trust in you. Someone who appreciates the special things you do. Someone to be close to in your heart and mind. Someone who's the love you might have thought you'd never find. Someone who stands by you and whose faith can make you strong. Someone you will cherish every day, your whole life long. Everyone searches for one special person they can share their lives with, the other half who makes them whole, like two notes blending together to make a beautiful song, or the colours that complement each other to form a rainbow. It's everyone's wish to have a lifetime of sunny days, a rainbow after every storm, a lifetime of loving and living and growing and giving, of sharing and caring, a lifetime of days together, learning from the bad times and cherishing the good times.
We are all on our own paths, all on our own journeys. Sometimes the paths cross and people arrive at the crossing points at the same time and meet each other. There are greetings, pleasantries are exchanged, and then they move on. But then once in a while, the pleasantries become more. Friendship grows, deeper links are made, hands are joined, and love flies. The friendship has turned into love. Paths are joined, one path with two people walking it, both going in the same direction and sharing each other's journeys. Today, Sarah and Luke are joining their paths. They will now skip together in harmony and love, sharing joys and sorrows, hopes and fears, strengthening and upholding each other as they walk along side by side.
I give you this ring as a sign of our love, trust and marriage. I promise to care for you above all others.
To give you my love, friendship and support, and to respect and cherish you throughout our life together.
And so it gives me great pleasure to say that you are now joined in marriage as husband and wife. Many congratulations to you both. Luke, would you like to give your wife a kiss?
Yes.
Congratulations to both of you.
Now please have you all stand in to read your new bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Beckham. Father of bride, Ian.
Yeah, they're on me head.
On his phone as well.
Yeah, it's on my
Very
phone as well,
handy.
yeah. Pretty organised. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family. I'd like to first welcome you to Mosborough Hall. And I would like to thank you all for being here to help in celebrating Luke and Sarah's wedding day. I'd like to start from the very beginning. When Sarah arrived, I thought she was a little redhead, but I was soon told she was strawberry blonde. But for me, it was the beginning of my own little family. So I was a very proud dad. Well, Sarah, you're not my little girl anymore. You're all grown up, beautiful, smart, loving and reliable. And you look absolutely fabulous today. Beautiful. But not 100%. Because Sarah takes after Mum. And usually Mum looks 100% plus. But today, Sarah, I'm putting you at 110%. Mum and Em, a couple of percentage points behind. As for Luke, oh dear. I felt as I knew Luke before I ever met him, because Sarah told me so much about him. But there was one thing about Luke that I really didn't like, and that was the football team he supported.
What is it then?
Well, I'm mentioning them, sorry. Can't do it. Being a Liverpool fan, lifelong Liverpool fan, I was very disappointed with who Luke supported. But despite our difference in football, I think Luke and I got on fairly well. I'm glad you're not into that, Luke. Yeah. And there was 3 things I really did like about Luke. Just can't think of them. One was his drive, his ambition, and his love for Sarah.
Yeah.
So 3 out of 4 is not too bad. I'm supposed to welcome Luke into our family, but I don't think he really needs it because he's had his feet under the table for quite long enough. All right, now to pass you on to Sarah's auntie and godmother, Mandy.
Wow, that's something to try and follow up, isn't it? Thank you for that, that was amazing. So, what a day. It's been 2.5 years in the making, and I think it's been worth it. Every minute, it's been absolutely brilliant. I want to start by taking the opportunity on behalf of myself and Sarah, thanking everybody for coming here today. I know it's not cheap to come to a wedding, so from Sarah and I, thank you so much for making our day so special. I want to go a little out of order and first thank a special person who, without Sarah and I, probably wouldn't be together or be the couple that we are today. So it took a lot for Sarah and I to come into each other's lives. Some might call it fate. But I was working at Unipart in Barnsley at the same time Sarah was at university, so our lives were quite in a different direction. But I was chosen to set up a new operation at Clipper in Selby, and Sarah took up a graduate position in Selby as well. So I think one of the first things I thought when I saw Sarah was, wow, she's not actually a Clipper knob. Definitely wasn't love at first sight, definitely not. But when we were both there, our lives were at very different places, but a certain person was very instrumental in helping us make some decisions in terms of our love lives, our work lives, and help us get together on a few dates. Kath Scar was one of the first people we told at work when we actually got together. We were hoping she would approve, and of course she did. She was helpful in supporting me get my house and getting Sarah moved in. And when I proposed in Easter 2016, she again was one of the first people that we told. When we set the date for our wedding, we couldn't wait to tell her. And I remember her first words to me when I told her was, a lady at a certain age will bloody be dead by then. And unfortunately for us, she was right. 5 weeks ago, we lost her. As a mark of respect, we have left her position empty at the table. But with herself, with my nan, my Uncle Dave, and Sarah's grandpa, I'd just like to raise a glass to absent friends. Cheers. So, moving on to something a little bit more exciting. I just want to say a little bit more about my beautiful bride. Now, for those that really were unfortunate to know me back in 2013 and 14, and that's not a joke. Back then, I wasn't in a very good headplace. I really wasn't. I was pretty private, quiet, moody, didn't make time for friends or family, kept to myself. But there was somebody that seemed to bring me out of my shell, and that was Sarah. She was a friend that I worked with, became someone who made me look forward to going to work every day. And in the months leading up to us officially getting together, really got a spark back in my eye. Taking away Sarah makes time for her friends is something that's really rubbed off on me. And I've started to make a lot more effort seeing the few friends that I have. And I've become a lot closer with those. I don't think we're blessed with many friends, but we really are blessed with some of the best friends. So thank you. Between us, although we may... No, I think I've already said that. That's thrown me out. So when we got together, it did become quite a bit of a whirlwind. We moved very fast, but it really did feel so right. We moved in together after 9 months and were engaged after 20 months together. And there really was a reason for this. Our relationship moved very quickly. And I remember meeting Sue and Ian for the first time. And it really was like we'd known each other for years. It just felt so natural. And I think at that point, I knew this was something very, very special. I always feel at ease, and I felt like whenever I go around, it's just like seeing my mum and dad. So it already feels like we're in that place. We'll not talk about the cheesecake on the first time. Was it really a cheesecake? But it followed through to our first Christmas together where I met the extended family. And again, you've all made me feel so welcome, and I don't think I'm ever going to lose the name Lukey Boy, but never mind. I think the first month of dating Sarah and I knew that I'd met someone special. She really has turned my life around in such a way, and I feel like I've gone from rock bottom to top of the world. And today just couldn't be any better. I really don't think Sarah knows what she's done to me, but in a way you really saved me. So I'd just like everyone to join me in toasting my beautiful bride, Sarah.
Mrs. Beckham.
Mrs. Beckham.
Welcome, one and all, to Luke and Sarah's special day. Before you have your dinner, there's something I want to say. I want to tell the story of how it all began. before he married Sarah, before she took my man. But first, back to the beginning, back to the start. On aisle 13 at Morrison's, where Luke first stole my heart. We met 14 years ago, back in 2004. This was our first story, but there was to be many more. At that age, we were both so different. I was definitely more ginge. But at least I didn't look like Luke, with his awful emo fringe. He would stand all day long, with his meat in his hand. Calm down, dirty minds, it was just a butcher's stand. After a while, we became friends, firm and strong, which is why today I've written this song. Cheesy. We would go out around town, have plenty to drink, though both our chat-up games would clearly stink. Every Wednesday night, most Saturdays too, hitting grounds, grammars and livos. 3 for 5, WKD Blue. One night we walked home until there was blue skies. I woke up that morning with Leon between my thighs.
Leon's the dog.
It depends. It wasn't just drinking that got us through. There was Riley's, there was gaming, and when I was skinnier, football too. Calm down. I went off to university, got my degree and stuck at it. Luke packed it in after 1 year. He couldn't hack it. Fit git. It led him to a new career. I would say he's done all right, even though it winds Sarah up when he's off working all night. Now time has gone by, we've definitely gotten older. Just look at Luke's head, he's definitely got bolder. He hasn't let this slow him down, he's still young at heart. He is still incredibly proud of an epic public fart. He dresses like a 20-year-old. He has pretty good fashion sense. Then again, wouldn't we all if we could buy Superdry for 50 pence? He has loads of energy, he just keeps on going. That's really useful when we go to midnight Marvel showings. At the end of the day, let's not forget why we're here. To celebrate love and drink plenty of beer. And after all that has happened, true love has won through. I finally concede, I'll let Sarah marry you. But after all, marriage is a promise that two hearts gladly make. A promise to be tender, to help, to give and take. A marriage is a promise to be kind and understanding, to be thoughtful and considerate, and fair and undemanding. A marriage is a promise to share one life together. A love-filled promise meant to be kept lovingly forever. Now to talk about where Luke's left his heart, a love that has grown right from the start. A beauty, a stunner, an absolute dream. Together they make the perfect team. And so raise a glass to the love of the groom. No way. The wonderful, amazing and beautiful games room. As for Sarah, you've done well there, kid. I'd have thought by now that she'd have gotten well rid. She was way out your league, you couldn't have done better. But it was supposedly a love at first sight, if you said otherwise, from the day that you met her. Now to get serious, all joking aside, we'll raise a glass to the beautiful bride. To Sarah. To a wonderful couple, on your magical day, love and best wishes to send you on your way. Now I've finished with all these reminiscences. Please stand. Raise another glass. To the new Mr. and Mrs. Thank you very much, everybody.